come later. We'll start with delegations, and we have Jessica Yaniv. Please come forward. And just provide your name and neighborhood you live in, and you have 5 minutes. There'll be the flashing light, and then right in front of you, there's a little box, there's 3 lights. And when it flashes, you got about 40 seconds left. And when it goes red, then I'll have to ask you something.
Presentations.
Okay, but you have 1 delegation, so you have 5 minutes to do the presentation.
Yeah,
so you have to.
One here.
Yeah.
Okay, where is this?
What do you need?
F5.
Which one?
Try F5.
Okay, thank you.
It's the magic. Yeah.
So, good evening. My name is Jessica Yaniv. I am talking in regards to the proposed intersection at 84th and 204th in Langley. This intersection is currently a 2-way and extremely dangerous. It's right next to York's in the middle. It's a 2-way stop, very heavy traffic along 84th Avenue. There's no crosswalks there, and I'm proposing traffic signal installation at that corner because I almost got hit.
84th, too. Okay.
That's the first presentation.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just pause it so you have a chance to set up your next one.
Okay. So my second presentation is the creation of an LGBTQ SIA advisory committee. So LGBTQ people, especially youth in the transgender community, are at very high risk of discrimination from service providers, alienation, isolation, loneliness, depression, and suicidal ideation. LGBTQ youth, particularly from certain cultural groups, experience dual stigma from society at large and their own community, which may have more traditional values and expectations. While it may not be known, discrimination against the LGBTQ community occurs from service providers who think refusing service to members of the LGBTQ community is okay and permissible, even though it's against the Canadian Human Rights Code and BC Human Rights Code to discriminate against protected classes. Yet, while these businesses are slapped with a penalty from the BC Human Rights Tribunal, they still operate. Municipalities such as the TOL should liaise with the BC Human Rights Tribunal to cancel the business licenses of discriminatory businesses. However, this practice is not taking place. So let's talk about Vancouver. Vancouver has an LGBTQ advisory committee, which reports directly to City Council and has members of City Council, the School Board, and the Park Board. This has led to a lot of benefits. Vancouver is seen and promoted worldwide as a gay-friendly tourist destination. It has the well-known Davie Street Gay Village, with various LGBTQ-friendly businesses, restaurants, and gathering places. And it even has a popular gay event festival. In 2015, Vancouver adopted a new transgender policy and even flew the trans flag at City Hall for the first time. Alongside the Pride flag, it flies every year during Pride Week, not to mention that it's Canada's first permanent rainbow crosswalks. A strategic plan for the LGBTQ community in the township of Langley will identify and prioritize which programs, supports, and services are necessary for the city to make it a safe and welcome city for all. The city can sponsor and promote and also fund local LGBTQ-friendly organizations that operate with little or no budget. There's a lot the city can do within its current operations and structure. For example, youth centers, seniors programming, recreation centers, and gay street alliances in various high schools can all benefit from specialized programs and supports. The city can also liaise with the Langley RCMP to ensure hate crimes and homophobia related discrimination and harassment are effectively identified and prosecuted. For example, in the news recently, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist named Meghan Murphy violated the Canadian Criminal Code by inciting hate against the LGBTQ and trans community, stating men are not women and trans women are not women. In doing this, inciting this speech, I personally got her Twitter account suspended, which got a lot of attention, and created global outcry for feminist rights and created global policy changes for social networks such as Twitter and WordPress and such. However, Meghan Murphy, a Vancouver resident, still has not been prosecuted by VPD for her hate crimes. In the meantime, she has booked a hate rally at the VPL geared to spread hate and transphobia. Even Mayor Stewart called her event despicable, yet the event still goes on because the City of Vancouver is too scared to cancel her event. However, they increased her event security bill by $2,500, and that number is expected to rise. Your worship and councillors, you, the political leaders in Langley, are elected to represent everybody. You have a civic duty and responsibility to ensure that everyone has equal access to the services they need. If a city is to develop and flourish, it needs to respond and accommodate the diversity of the demographic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.